The British were, without a doubt, the master tricksters of the Second World War. They employed various forms of deception, from deploying dummy parachutists and tanks to more whimsical pranks like itching powder and laxatives, all designed to confuse and weaken their enemies. Some of these tricks had significant impacts, while the effects of others were less clear. Among the more unsettling deceptions was one that remains legendary to this day. In this video, we delve into the fascinating story of Operation Mincemeat and the enigmatic figure known as the Phantom Soldier. From October 1940 to April 1941, Hitler achieved what Mussolini could not, seizing Greece. The German occupation was harsh, leading to the deaths of tens of thousands of Greeks and devastating Greece's economy. By 1943, the Allies were preparing to invade the Italian island of Sardinia, Greece, and the Balkans. But this was merely a ploy. Their true objective was Sicily, a fact they needed to conceal from Hitler and Mussolini. The Allies were determined to deceive the Axis powers into believing that invasions of Sardinia, Greece, and the Balkans were imminent. This grand deception was part of Operation Barclay, yet our focus today is on the British scheme known as Operation Mincemeat. So what exactly was Operation Mincemeat? In 1939, British Royal Navy Rear Admiral John Godfrey, Director of Naval Intelligence, wrote a paper comparing wartime deception to fly fishing. This document, called the Trout Memo, might itself have been a deception, possibly written by Godfrey's assistant Ian Fleming, who later gained fame as the author of the James Bond series. Within the Trout Memo, Godfrey or Fleming made one particularly grim but ingenious suggestion. Although not entirely a new idea, suggestion number 28 proposed, a corpse dressed as an airman with dispatches in his pockets could be dropped on the coast, supposedly from a parachute that has failed. Of course, it would have to be a fresh corpse. Inspired by this suggestion and similar events from the Great War and World War II, British MI5 intelligence officer Charles Cholmondeley devised a plan. He suggested dressing a corpse as a British officer, filling his pockets with documents related to fictitious Allied invasions of Sardinia, Greece, and the Balkans, and placing the body where it would fall into Axis hands. The aim was to divert Hitler and Mussolini from the actual invasion site, Sicily. Seeing the plan's potential, the Royal Navy assigned Naval Intelligence Officer Ewan Montagu to collaborate with Cholmondeley. Together they refined the details, deciding whose corpse to use, whom to make the corpse appear to be, which documents to plant, and how and where to dispose of the body. The corpse they selected belonged to Glyndwr Michael, a Welsh homeless man who had ingested rat poison in a London warehouse, possibly in a suicide attempt. After his death at the age of 34, Michael's body became central to Operation Mincemeat. Cholmondeley and Montagu created a completely fictitious identity for the corpse, transforming him into William Martin of the Royal Marines, the Phantom Soldier. They dressed Martin in battle dress and attached various personal effects to his body, including a naval identity card, a photo of a fictitious fiancé, love letters, and a pass from a London nightclub. These items reinforced Martin's identity, while the false military documents were the core of the deception. Several crucial deception documents were placed in a briefcase chained to Martin. One key document was a letter from British General Archibald Nye to British General Harold Alexander, which indirectly alluded to an invasion of Greece. Another letter addressed to British Admiral Andrew Cunningham from British Vice Admiral Louis Mountbatten hinted at an invasion of Sardinia and described Martin as an expert in amphibious warfare. The final step was to decide how and where to dispose of Martin's body. They opted to make it appear as though he had been the victim of a plane crash, intending for him to wash up on the shore of Huelva in southern Spain, where a German Abwehr agent was known to be active. Instead of crashing a plane or dropping him from a moving aircraft, they placed Martin in a sealed canister aboard the Royal Navy submarine HMS Seraph. The sub was bombed twice en route to the delivery point, but eventually On April 29, 1943, Martin was released into the water off the Spanish coast. The success of Operation Mincemeat now rested in fate's hands. The following day, a Spanish fisherman found the body washed up on the shore. The corpse and its belongings were handed over to the Spanish military, and a British vice-consul in the area alerted British authorities that their plan had been executed successfully. The vice-consul even observed the autopsy, where William Martin of the Royal Marines was officially declared to have perished at sea. He was laid to rest in Huelva, but his personal items, including the crucial briefcase, made their way to Madrid. The Spanish military permitted German Abwehr agents to scrutinize the contents, and by May 8, 1943, the information had reached German hands. Shortly thereafter, Allied command received a confirmation message. Mincemeat swallowed whole by the right people, and it appears they are acting on it. And indeed, the Germans did. On May 14th, German Grand Admiral Karl Dönitz wrote, "The Führer does not agree with Mussolini that the most likely invasion point is Sicily. He believes that the discovered British order confirms the assumption that the planned attacks will be directed mainly against Greece." In response, Hitler bolstered his forces in the Mediterranean. He doubled the infantry strength in Sardinia to 10,000, transferred fighter aircraft from Sicily to Sardinia, moved 7 infantry divisions to Greece, and relocated torpedo boats from Sicily to Greece. Additionally, he transferred 10 infantry divisions and 2 panzer divisions to the Balkans. On July 9, 1943, the Allies launched their invasion of Sicily. By August 17th, the island was under Allied control, and Mussolini's regime was on the brink of collapse. While the Allies had dealt a significant blow to the Axis, the exact impact of Operation Mincemeat on Hitler's decisions remains unclear. Hitler had already feared an invasion of the Balkans and distrusted Mussolini and Italy's capabilities at this stage of the war. Nonetheless, the Allies suffered far fewer casualties than expected, with a campaign anticipated to last 90 days, concluding in just 38. British historian Ben McIntyre noted, of the 160,000 Allied soldiers who took part in the invasion and conquest of Sicily, more than 153,000 were still alive at the end. That so many survived was due, in no small measure, to a man who died 7 months earlier. Operation Mincemeat stands as a testament to the ingenuity and audacity of wartime deception. The success of the operation not only saved countless lives, but also demonstrated the power of strategic misinformation. The story of Glyndwr Michael, transformed into William Martin, the Phantom Soldier, continues to be a poignant reminder of the lengths to which the Allies went to secure victory in World War II. As Winston Churchill once said, "In wartime, truth is so precious that she should always be attended by a bodyguard of lies." Operation Mincemeat epitomizes this philosophy, showcasing the critical role of deception in achieving victory. Thank you for watching. If you found this story intriguing, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating tales from history. Until next time, stay curious.